Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of me playing The Binding of Isaac. Last episode, I had a nice Azazel run, get all the way through. Now I need to get more Isaac's heart. You know what? Hold on. I realize I need to get more Isaac's heart wins. So let's play with other characters. Let's do Magdalene this episode. Because with Magdalene, I don't know what she unlocks, but if I need to do it 10 times, might as well get the most out of those 10 times, you feel me? The bomb at me. Sick. Come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna try and bait him to blow up this rock. Did not work. Sick, nasty, we still got it to pull out. Anyways. Yeah, you know, we need to get more unlocks with different characters, so I thought, why not? Let's play Maggie now. Audio might be slightly tuned differently. That's because, funnily enough, I'm recording this episode back home because I needed to stop by the house in order to grab some things while I was here. I decided, you know what? Let's go and play, let's record another episode while I'm here. Get that whole ordeal sorted out in the meantime. Fun little bitch. Anyways, glad for it to be the weekend soon. Cannot believe that it's about to be an entire week since I started uploading these. I don't know how. I realize I'm on episode 7, and if I was uploading these daily, that means a week has already passed, but it doesn't feel like it. So I'm gonna have to recheck when I started uploading these, make sure I'm not messing up or anything like that. Or I think the first episode and the second episode kind of came out very short in terms of time to each other. That might be where the discrepancy lies. But, I mean, once again, I don't remember exactly what at the top of my head. So I'm gonna have to come back to that later to kind of determine what the outcome of that's gonna be. Anyways, in the meantime, I just want to say thank you all for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Overall, I'm mostly glad to just, be making the videos, you know. I'm glad to be doing something. It gives me a hobby, something to do. Hopefully it's a hobby that I can get better at, something like art. Oh dear, we missed a spirit heart because I was in such a hurry to leave. That might hurt our deal with the devil chances, but you know what? We snaw, bro. I think that's... We should get a wee snaw. Okay, we got ourselves saved there. But yeah, overall, I'm just glad to be making the videos, truth be told. The fact that people watch it makes me happy. But in the end, I'm doing this just for the love of the game, as they say, you know? Making videos for the sake of making videos. I have considered switching up the content a little bit more, not just Isaac. I think these daily uploads will still be staying Isaac just because it's easiest. Also, I mean, I like this game a lot. I got about 400 to 500 hours on this game for the love of the game, bro, you know? I like to enjoy my games for what they are, so at this point I'm not even achievement hunting, you know? You can go and beat the entire game on one save file, get all achievements, I'm pretty sure. But wow, there's a lot of Tinted Rocks this run. What is up with that? But right now, at least for me, I'm just trying to do this just to get playtime in, you know? Also, I guess it kind of helps that I get to play a game that I enjoy, and I get to make videos on it. So it's kind of like, you know, two for one, killing two birds with one stone. I get a video out of this, and I get a nice playtime on a pretty solid game. You know, pretty mid game, actually, TBH. But I mean, in the end, like I said, I'm just happy to be making content. I was considering doing something like maybe streaming and editing those down, But I don't know. For me, I just think that's too much. Honestly, at the end of the day, I just want to get creating. I don't know how some people feel about it, but me personally, I have an idea. There was a dime over there and also a tinted rock back over here. I'm gonna go see if we can try and, you know, bomb our way to some solid pulls there. Let's put one there. Solid. Son of a bitch. I can't. I'm thinking about it. I can't get past. So I could have bombed that for the dime, which is solid. Nothing else. I don't think I can get anything else out of that though. Let's try a secret room. Nope. Wow, that was just a bad waste of a bomb. But, you know, at the end of the day, truth be told, I'm just glad to get recording. Like, I'm glad to be creating something. Growing up, I don't know. It's fun to be creative, you know. It's fun to do things like draw. Growing up, I used to draw, not a lot, but I would enjoy putting the pen to the paper and or putting the pencil to the paper. I wasn't good enough to use pen because I was always afraid I'd make a mistake. And I guess that's a lot of people too. A lot of people, like, they do sketch with the pencil, go over it with pen, and then color, whatever. I don't know the whole artistic process. I don't do that anymore. I have been thinking about it though, you know. A part of me has been thinking about getting back into art in some form. In general, just like I said, creating. Just the art of creating something is fun. The joy of creation, one might even say. Five Nights at Freddy's reference. You know, those who know. Sorry, those who know. Slipping the those who know in there was kind of dumb. You know, it's just nice to be creating something. Whether it be, for some people, music, for some people, art, for some people, videos. For me, I enjoy art, believe me. I would love to make it. I'm just not the greatest at it. And I don't know if I can put in the time necessary. Wow. Okay. Give me a second. I want to apologize for that. I'll go over that in just a second. I just want to finish up at least whatever thought I had in my mind. Yeah, creating something is fun. I would love to get back into art. It's just, I don't know. I wasn't originally that good at it to begin with, and as I grew up, I started focusing my time on a whole bunch of other things. So I ended up just not getting into it, I guess, the way I wanted to. And not to say it's too late, you know. I guess you can start art whenever you want. You can any skill you can start like almost whenever and get good at it. But it's just something about art. It just, I don't know. It appeals to me, but it's like something I can never reach, you know. But to branch off slightly real quick, you guys might be wondering, Tony, you gonna explain what the hell just happened there? I noticed the audio kind of just went completely silent, and then you proceeded to go back to the main menu. What's up with that? I'm not like cheating a run or anything, but the unfortunate truth is that for some reason this happens on this PC. Since I'm back home, this is my new PC that I built. The cord to plug in my headphones is all the way in the back of my PC. So I originally decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get myself a DAC amp. I'll get myself a DAC, DAC, and then an amp. If you don't know what that is, I'm gonna be real, I don't really know the exact super specifics of it. I just remember kind of watching a video and being like, it's, I think the DAC, that part of this DAC amp combo, that is, its like main job is to kind of get rid of any fuzz or background noise that you hear coming from like your end connecting to the internal DAC of the graphics card and stuff like that, you know. It'll clean up audio going into your ears for, I'm not sure if some kind of thing like a pure sound quality or whatever, or something like that, but regardless, I bought myself one of these because it also funny enough, as a byproduct of being its own DAC amp thing, it helps extend the port from my PC, because the port to plug in my headphones, like the stereo in, is in the back of the PC. Nothing in the front, because that's just how the case was designed, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, I built the PC, what was I expecting? So the DAC amp kind of helps extend that. I don't have to be super restricted to having my head right in front of the PC. I can like walk away a little bit with my headphones still on because of the DAC amp. However, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, it's been happening ever since I got it. I'm not sure. It's not a connection thing. At least not a connection to the power, because this DAC amp specifically requires an outside source of power, so I have to plug it in to the power strip behind my desk. Doesn't seem to be the issue there, because if it was like that, it would like power cycle, I guess would be the term, where it would turn off, there would be no lights on it, and all audio would cut out for 10 seconds, but then it would return. However, my issue seems to be different in that it doesn't cut out for 10 seconds. My audio just kind of cuts out for like a second, and then it'll come back. And then it'll cut out again for a second, and then it'll come back. And I've noticed when I looked at like my sound settings, what's happening is that it's just kind of like completely unregistering from the PC and then finally like being registered back. Now for most games, that's not an issue. Most games, they're smart enough to disconnect, see, oh, the original audio source is back, reconnect to that. But for some reason, when that happens with Isaac, the game will just go completely silent. And so if I want you guys to hear, you know, the stuff going on in the game, I have to close Isaac and reopen it again. However, the thing that sucks is that usually whenever my DAC amp does this, it likes to do it over and over for like a period of time. Usually never long, but it'll like disconnect, reconnect, not happen for like 30 seconds, disconnect, reconnect again, not happen for 30 seconds, disconnect, reconnect. It's infuriating as all absolute hell. It is infuriating because, I mean, no one likes having their audio cut out. It's really annoying to want to listen to something and then just have it be like, oh, actually, you just went deaf for 10 seconds. Should have known better, you know? So, I'm not sure if it's not a power cord, it's not a power issue from my DAC. I think it might be an issue from the connection to my DAC to my PC, because it's not like the power goes out on it. I think the cable that goes from my DAC to my PC might be the issue, but I haven't gotten around to like testing it. I've just kind of been dealing with the complete downsides of it and complaining about it because, you know, I'm a procrastinator. I like to wait till the last minute to get things done. I've gotten better about handling that, truth be told. I'd say, at least for sure, these Isaac episodes have been helping me a bit, because at least for a while, I found it hard to kind of like fully commit to something like that. At like a certain point, I'd just kind of stop. But I enjoy making these Isaac videos, so hopefully that'll be enough of a drive to want to keep. What kind of room layout is that, brother? That'll be enough of a drive to want to keep going with these. But, you know, I've been procrastinating on trying to deal with this DAC amp problem. I've just kind of been messing around in the meantime, making this. But back to the, I guess, you know, procrastination thing, I've kind of felt that too, that would happen with drawing. Because I don't know what it is, I would want to draw something. And honestly, I know what it is. I know what it is. Because drawing is something like kind of personal, but also like, it's something that I want to share with people so I can, I don't know if it's something like, something up with me or what, but like at least when I do something like art or like a video, I kind of want to seek some sort of validation to know that all my effort isn't going to vain, like isn't in vain. Although truth be told, that's something I'm kind of learning to come to terms with on the video specifically, because I mean, come on, these aren't Criterion classics I'm creating here, you know. I'm not creating the next Macbeth or Odyssey, which is pretty funny to mention, because I got quite
range up
the thing to go in depth with about the Odyssey. It's pretty funny. Well, some people might find it funny, some people might find it dumb, but I mean, I'll go over it with you guys in just a second. But you know, something about art is that, like, I know art is like a kind of personal thing for people, where it's like people like to make art just to draw stuff. I like to make art because, like I said, creating something is cool. But a part of me, I guess, also wants to know, like, hey, I created this cool thing. You guys think it's cool too, right? I don't know if it's like some kind of something up with me or whatever, but it's just like, if I make something, I kind of want to know if other people are enjoying it too. Because if I enjoy something and other people don't, something in my brain is just like, you're the one in the wrong here, brother. Because obviously the masses don't like it, which is not, you know, true for a whole bunch of things. You know, just because something's popular doesn't make it good. You know, I'm pretty sure we've all heard this sort of argument or turn of phrase before. But I don't know, I just kind of can't get it out of my head sometimes. So in my mind, I'm just like, well, just because something's unpopular doesn't mean it's not good, you know? Like, say I make art I like, I guess that's the best thing you can do, you know? Or I don't, maybe that's just cope. Maybe that is just cope that other people come up with, or that I've come up with, in order to justify feeling better about the, you know, maybe bad creations I've made. Is that, like, you know, I don't know, man. It's a deeply personal topic that I definitely don't mind going over, because it's, you know, I think it's something worth having a discussion over. But yeah, that's how it is for me, at least. Coming to mind is that I like making the art, but I also don't want to make bad art, because then it's gonna be ugly, and I'm like, this shit fucking blows, man. Oh! I have to redo the fight? No, he was dead! Come on, man! He was totally dead. I should not have to redo this damn fight. But regardless, let's jump right there just to not die again. Oh, there's a fucking spider. But you know, pretty much the whole deal is, I don't know, man. Just the stuff I make, I kind of hope people enjoy it. And a part of me, I guess, banks a little bit on hoping that people say they enjoy it, but it's not necessarily need to be. No one's fucking owing me any sort of, hey Tony, this is good. And no one owes me any sort of feedback, but it's just, you know, regardless of that fact, that's how I feel about art. Drawing's cool, and I want to do more of it, but I'm just afraid of making art and it's gonna look ugly. Because, you know, I don't know if some people who get into art, or like try getting into art, or maybe even with regular artists have this sort of deal, but it's like, you have an idea in mind of something you want to make. You have an idea in your brain of like, oh, I can make this. So you try, you know? You attempt to make whatever you had envisioned in your brain. Whether it be just maybe not enough commitment to it, not enough effort, or just straight up pure lack of skill, it doesn't come out the way that you envisioned it. And that right there devastates me, bro. Whenever that happens, like, just put me in a coma at that point. In my mind, I'm like, I'm already cooked. Believe me, that's happened to me. My apologies. Just had a huge, like, itch like in my nose. But you know, that's happened to me one too many times to freaking count, bro. I've just had the thought of like, I want to make this thing, so I'm gonna go out and make it. And then I make it, and then I look at it, and I'm just like, wow, this did not live up to like what I had in my mind of how I wanted it to look when it was done. And now I'm just kind of like, this sucks. Never make art again, bro, you know? Tony, this is horrible. Never put pen to paper again. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, valid, you know, that's valid. Even though it might just be me being insane. Holy, bro, freaking DBZ teleporter, right? Entrance transmission right behind me, bro. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll go out creating more of like, where are we? Depths 1? Okay, I can fight this. Maybe someday I'll be out there making art or something. Who knows? But even then, I don't even know what I'd do. You know, like how do artists like just draw stuff? You know, I know there are people that like make their living off commissions, so like maybe they're only good at, not only good, but like they're good at drawing this, people want to see more of that, they pay them for this, or people want to like their art style. Like I don't even know what my style would be. I like, you know, I remember I had a friend ask me once, it's like, well, if you want to make art, like what kind of thing do you like? You know, like make art of some things you like. So like she asked me like, what things do you like? And I was like, you know, personally in like an art form, I love things like armor or weapons. And specifically is because like something like Destiny, you know? Destiny, for as crazy of a game it is, you know, believe me, I've had my history with it. If there's one thing that I enjoy always about the game is that the art and the design of certain things in that game never like fail to impress me with how like just the way they look, man. They look good. You want a quick example of something that comes to mind? Look at the Crota's End Warlock armor set. Look at the Moments of Triumph or Ages of Triumph ornament sets for all those raids. They all look absolutely phenomenal and, you know, sick as hell, for lack of a better term. They look sick as hell. Another one would be, personally, for me, has to be the mech armor sets created for Festival of the Lost, and then same thing with the dinosaur armor sets created during Festival of the Lost. The dinosaur sets inspired by dinosaurs, but the way they're designed fits the theme of Destiny, and like it fits the look so well. It's so peak, bro. But yeah, I guess that would be my one huge thing, that I love armor in games and stuff. And especially some weapons in Destiny, you know, I think some weapons in Destiny are designed flawlessly. No Land Beyond, as simple of a design as it is, of being kind of like a World War I, II-esque bolt action sniper rifle, when compared to all the other weapon designs, like the, you know, something maybe like a Y09 longbow synth or a 1,000-yard stare, it stands out so well in its like so simple design. And that would be something I kind of want to make, you know, like that art right there, that art that has people talking about it the way that I talk about that. Maybe it's a kind of like a taking pride in what you make sort of deal, but I kind of want to talk, I want to make art that makes people talk about it the way I talk about, you know, like No Land Beyond or some shit like that. Okay, we're fighting this guy because there is a... On a key, Tinted Rock, top right. Dude, he's Chubb, so he's doing a full heart of damage. I should come back. I should come back when maybe I have like another extra heart to spare or something. In the meantime, okay, there's another Tinted Rock, so might be able to cheap one out here. 2020 was the best thing I got this run. Everything else has kind of been really bad. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I guess when I think about something like that, where like I want to make something that has people talking about it the way I talk about certain things I'm passionate about, then a little thought comes to mind. You know, a little thought comes to mind in my head that's just like, it's probably not gonna happen though. And my brain can't just help but be like, yeah, you're probably right. Fuck off, dude. Oh my god, I'm about to take a shotgun and nothing. I need to cut that out. Yeah, I should cut that part out. Holy dear. Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. A part of me also kind of like feels bad about it, I guess, to a degree, because it's like, you're probably not gonna make something like that, Tony, in my mind. But also, like, you are selfish for thinking such a thought. You know, the fact that you want something like that to happen to you, like, my brother in Christ, it's not happening, you know? At the end of the day, truly at the end of the day, at the end of the life, a lot of people are gonna go by being just regular peeps. Like, you know what? We're gonna spend the bomb to blow up Black Candle here. But a lot of people are gonna go their whole lives kind of having the same deal, I guess, in a weird cosmic sort of way, to get a little existential. You know, a whole bunch of people are gonna go their lives and make the same impact on the world, which is not a whole lot, you know? Yeah, your art might not be talked about in the Louvre the way someone like Da Vinci is with the Mona Lisa, or any other art exhibit with people like Picasso and Andy Warhol and, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know, man. In my mind, at the end of the day, I'm just like, I know that might not be the case, but even just one, you know? I don't want my art to make waves in society. I don't want what I do to make waves in society. I want it to make waves in the same way that other people's content growing up made waves in me, you know? The stuff that I consumed growing up shaped me to be the human, the man I am today. And maybe it's, I don't know, you know? Because I don't want to call it, I want to be an influencer, because when I say, in my thought, when I say I want to be an influencer, the thought that comes to mind is like some social media influencer kind of person, you know? But that's not the kind of person I want to be. Maybe it's an oxymoron or something, you know? Who knows? You know, maybe other people know. That's not my... It's not my place to have the answer, I guess, at this moment in time. It's not my place to have the answer. I might never have the answer, but regardless, at the end of the day, that's the thought that comes to mind of what I want. I want to affect someone with the stuff I make in the same way I was affected by other people's stuff growing up. I don't want to be known as like your favorite streamer's favorite streamer type beat, like, you know, like Northern Lion is. Northern Lion or Germa, people have made that comment about them. You know, they're your favorite streamer's favorite streamer type shit. I mean, it'd be cool to have that, believe me, don't get me wrong. As someone in my position in life right now, that's not what I necessarily want to happen to me, but it's not something that's necessarily a bad thing, just because, I mean, you see how much money those people make, brother. At the end of the day, we all just want to make our money. We want to do what we want to do with our lives. And some of that to some people is they don't want to work. I don't mind work. It keeps me busy to a degree, you know? I guess that's why I like some aspects of work, is that it keeps me busy. Because believe me, man, I know some people out there are like, oh, I don't want to work because my job sucks. Or, you know, and I get that. I've had a job that sucks. Some people don't want to work because it affects them negatively, you know, in like mental health or maybe some other sort of way. Believe me, brother, I've had both a mental toll and physical toll been taken on my body because of the jobs I've worked in the past. And then some people also, I'm not gonna say it's a huge lie, it's just not something that I necessarily think I agree with, just because of the way life kind of is, in that if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, which I just don't think that's true. If I did something I love, I would still be working because I love my job now. But some days it just kind of sucks sometimes, you know? The job I work now is honestly, to fully acknowledge the position I stand in, it's what some people might consider to be their dream job, you know? But to me, it's just another, you know, it's another job that I really enjoy, that I truly do put my heart and soul in that job. But sometimes you put your heart and soul in the job and you're just like, man, this shit kind of sucks. I kind of wish I was just laying down. You know, I wish I was just at home laying the fuck down, because I just want to lay down. Sometimes you just want to relax. You don't want to work 5 days a week sometimes. Sometimes you want to work 5 days a week. Sometimes you want to work fucking 2 days a week. It just literally just all depends on the timing of things. So I don't necessarily believe in the statement, if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. Because right now I'm doing something I love, and I'm just like, brother, I kind of need a day off sometimes. But I've also been on the other side of being unemployed for a long period of time. And sometimes playing video games every day. So some other people, they can do it for hours on end. For me, I did it for like a year and a half. I was unemployed for like a year and a half, and in that time, in my mind, some days no one would be home, you know, no one would be on, no one would be home. I'd just be chilling at home. No one to play games with. I'd already played hours upon hours of game the previous day, and then the previous days, like, you know, preceding that, like in the week, I'd have already put in fucking 40 hours of video game time. Maybe even like somewhere like 50 hours of video game time, 60 even. No one would be on a certain day, and in my mind, I'm kind of just like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm lost, bro. I got no purpose in life. I'm unemployed. No one's on to kind of distract me from these certain things. I've browsed so much social media, my eyes are glazing over with just nothingness in my brain. I'm not even like, I'm scrolling just to go through the motions, bro. And in that moment in time, you kind of wish the same way that when you work a job that might work you to the bone a lot, you think, I wish I was doing something. I wish I had a job. Believe me, when you're unemployed as long as I was, or some people have been unemployed longer, but the toll unemployment was taken on me sometimes would just be like, this is too much, man. And the same thing goes for having a job. I like job. I like I like job. I'm over here speaking like caveman. I like having a job because it gives me a sense of purpose. You know, it gives me some direction of what to do with my day. On some days. But then other times you kind of know what you want to do with your day, but you're stopped by the fact that you got a job to tend to. And it just kind of sucks. But I mean, that's the way life goes, I guess, you know? For some people, not having a job is detrimental just because of also the fact that, like, you gotta live with money in this life. I don't know, it's a first world problem, you know, I guess you could call it. Definitely a first world problem. Where I don't have a job, and in my mind, I'm just like, I don't even know what to do, man. I've consumed so much that my brain has, like, rotted over, and I no longer want to consume. But the circumstances allow me to either consume or sit at home and do nothing. Be bored. And it's okay to be bored sometimes. But being bored can really also take a toll on your mental health if you bask in it for too long. But yeah, you know, that's the way it was. That's the way it was. It kind of just sucked. And honestly, looking at it some days, it kind of sucks going both ways. I should TP out of here before I die. This is the best state I've been in now. I'm talking in Isaac, not like existentially. This is the base state. This is the best state I've been in now because I can at least take the hits. You feel me? Any other time, I might be struggling. Oh my goodness. I can take the hits and not die because I have the extra heart containers. Give me a second. Okay. Plus. You know. I can take the hits. Son of a bitch, man. There we fucking go, baby. Sorry. I got a little excited. Made some good plays, I guess you would call it. Even, I don't know. Can I? Maybe. Might as well try to find a secret room. We got so many bombs. But you know, this just... That's just how life be sometimes. Keep it a stack with y'all. I don't really remember how I started this conversation. How I got here. At this point, it just seems like I'm complaining. But you know, I don't want that to seem like I'm coming off as like a whining or something. I don't know. It's okay to whine sometimes, but I mean, some people don't like people who whine all the time. You know, I try my best to get a nice equilibrium, a little balance in between there. You know what we do? Honestly, what we do in this room? We blow it out. The fact that you asked me to fight that room should be illegal in its own right. For a second. I'm trying to. Ooh, nice. But yeah. Just how it be sometimes. Even when I was unemployed, though, I had all the time in the world to do stuff like creation. That's where I got my whole start. Unemployed Tony was like peak. I would stream all the time, and I don't know. I like the stuff I made. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and be like when I was making the stuff. I mean, nah, not all of it, I guess. At that point in time, when I was making as much as I was streaming as much as I was streaming. Sometimes I was streaming just to hit the go live button. You feel me? I would hit the go live. I would record, not record, but like I would hit the go live. I would do that just to like get some content out there. I didn't even care if it was slop. Now, not to say I obviously, since I'm recording daily, not everything I'm gonna make is gonna be peak, but I'm still trying my best to actively avoid the slop, you feel me? And the good thing about this is that I don't have to put that much time into it. But, oh my god, I remember I'd have some freaking forever long streams. Anyways, I'm gonna record 2 episodes now just to get it over with. Also, never mind, I'm not going to, because I still have to come back. I gotta come back home Saturday, but this is gonna be, oh, you know what, I can, because this is gonna be tomorrow's episode. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed my yap sesh. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, fellas.